Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and in this video I'll be showing you guys how to make this crazy history newspaper presentation using Microsoft PowerPoint. Alright, so for this presentation there are a bunch of slides, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'll only be covering the first 3 or 4 main slides. Alright, so before we start, I have all of the assets that we're going to be using for this presentation in a separate tab, and don't worry because all of you guys will be able to download all of these for free somewhere in the description. Alright, so the first step here in our new presentation, I'm going to delete the starting text here, and next I'm going to do right click, and then I'm going to go to format background, and here I'm actually going to select the color as black. But again, this is mostly just for my team. If you guys have a different preference, you can always choose a different color. Alright, so next I'm going to select this entire newspaper asset, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it into our presentation. Next I'm going to right click on the newspaper, and here I'm going to do group. Next, to bring back the format pane menu on the right side, I'm going to go to the top here, format pane, and here you guys will find the measurement icon, and in the measurement icon you're going to click on it. And next you guys want to choose over here log aspect ratio. Now we're going to enlarge the newspaper so it covers the entire right side of the slide. Next, to add some text, go to insert. Here I'll do add new text box, and for my font I'll be using Times New Roman. After you're done, we're gonna go and select everything that we just made again, and here we're gonna do the same step, which is right click, then do group. Once you've grouped everything, we're gonna go to the left menu over here, right click on the slide and do duplicate slide. Now we're gonna go back to the first slide, and here we're gonna select on the newspaper, and we're gonna drag the newspaper outside of the slide to the top left corner around here. Next, we're gonna turn the newspaper upside down. And just like that, we basically finished the first step for the first slide. Now when we go to the second slide, go to transitions and use Morph, you guys can now see that we have completed the first transition. Next, we're gonna do right click in the left side here and create new slide. Remember to delete the default text since we're not going to need it. Now we're gonna copy the newspaper asset again and paste it over in a new slide. This time we're going to cover the entire slide with the newspaper as to give the impression that the newspaper is being opened. Another tip here to quickly duplicate items is to select the item and do Command plus D, or if you're in Windows, Control plus D. To show you guys what the transition would look like, you can go to Transitions and search for page curl. The reason why I'm showing you guys this early is because unlike the Morph transition, if you guys add any new text here or delete anything, the page opening transition will still be the same. Now I'm going to be adding some text over the empty spaces in the newspaper. And just like that, we've now completed the design along with the transition of the third slide. Now I'm gonna go and create the final fourth slide, and here I'm gonna copy the 2 remaining assets that we have not used. Next, I'll be using this cloudy picture as the background. And for the map, I'll be putting it around the left side of the slide. Now this part is optional, but I'm going to add a few red arrows that will come out of Japan, and I'll be making them at a slight gradient. But don't worry because I'll be putting these arrows in the asset file as well. Another way, if you guys want to select multiple objects, is to select one of them and hold shift while selecting the others. And after that, right click and make them as a group. Next, just like the previous slides, I'll be adding some text on the empty right side. And just like that, the design of the fourth slide is done. Now for the transition where the newspaper zooms into the slide, there's actually two ways of doing it. The first is a simpler way which doesn't use Morph, and the second is more technical which does use the Morph transition. So for the first option is very simple. Starting in slide 3, I'll go to Insert and find Zoom and do Slide Zoom. Here I'll select the fourth slide and I'll put it within the newspaper and change the size by a bit. And finally, I'll go to Zoom Tools at the top here and go to Zoom Effects, then add Inner Shadow. Now when you present, the zoom transition will appear and it will look very seamless. For the second more difficult technique, we start by selecting everything in the third slide, then right-click and save as picture. Next, we go to a browser and search for Photopea and select the first option over here. Now you guys will probably be confused from looking at the website, but don't worry because we're only here to make a cutout within the newspaper, and this website is basically an online free Photoshop. So after uploading the saved picture to the website, we're going to use this rectangle tool over here. And now we're gonna select an area within the newspaper in a rectangular shape. Then let go of the mouse and press delete on your keyboard. And just like that, we've successfully made a simple transparent cutout in our newspaper. Now go to File and Export as PNG, then click Save. Now back to the PowerPoint, I'm going to delete the old newspaper and insert our new one that we've just exported. Next, go to the fourth slide and select everything inside of the slide to copy and later paste it into the third slide. After pasting it onto the third slide, drag it outside of the slide, right-click, and do Send to Back. And now I'll spread the assets around, but remember to put the cloudy background in the middle of the slide. And this is what it will look like when I zoom out. After that, select the newspaper again and go to Picture Format. Then go to Shadows, and unlike before where we chose the inner shadow, this time we'll be using the outer shadow instead. Another optional thing is to adjust the shadows by a little bit by reducing transparency and increasing blur. Now select and copy the newspaper and go to the fourth slide to paste it there. Then rotate the newspaper by a bit and increase its size till the whole almost matches the size of the slide. Next, to make the newspaper shift colors during the transition, go to Picture Format, go to Color, and choose this one. Finally, for the last step, go to Transitions and do Morph Transition. And just like that, our presentation is complete. If you guys have any questions, do let me know in the comments or DM me via social media. And alternatively, if you guys do want access to my small but growing list of high quality PowerPoint templates, then make sure to check them out in the links below. See you guys next time.